A very good morning to all. So today in digital system design we learn how to design decoders and what is the application of decoders, where it is used and for what purpose decoders are used, and we also learn an encoders, okay, how to design encoders, how these decoders and encoders are actually used in digital system designs, and what would be the applications of decoders and encoders. So we'll learn in detail in this video session. Decoders is what we are going to learn. So here a decoder is normally a multiple output and multiple input logic circuit. So decoders are normally a device which will always have a multiple inputs and multiple outputs. Okay, so we will have always multiple input and multiple output in decoders, which is used to convert coded inputs into a coded outputs. So there will be a coded input which will be given to the decoder, and that will decode to the required coded format, which will be the output. Normally any decoders, if you take, the decoders are normally the decoders what we get is n:2:n. Okay, so it means that we will have n inputs, whereas you will have 2 power n outputs. Okay, so we will have n inputs and we will have 2 power n outputs. Okay, so now enable inputs are the inputs which are there in decoders, which will enable this particular IC, or which will show the output lines and the input lines are active. Okay, if enable input is active, then it will enable the input lines and output lines. If this enable input is deactivated or disabled, then both input and output lines will be deactive, means they will not be enabled. So enable input is very important to make sure that input lines and output lines are activated. Okay, so this is a normal decoders what we see, n inputs where 2 power n outputs. What we will have is, it's a normal decoder that we get, but that would not be the scenario always. But normally any decoders you see, we normally will have n, when n inputs are there, then we will have 2 power n outputs. Okay, so normally 2 power n outputs values are from 0 to it will start from 0 till 2 power n minus 1. Okay, that would be the 2 power n output values that we will have. Okay, so now let us, so this is the definition of decoders which we have learned, and this would be the symbolic the diagram, decoder symbolic representation. So when they ask you what would be the definition of the decoder, this is what you need to write. Now coming to the binary decoders, so we have a word called binary decoders. Okay, we have a word which is added to decoders is binary decoders. So what is that binary decoder? Is very simple. Whatever we have learned just now is what normally called as binary decoders, where a binary decoder will always have n-bit binary input code, and any one output will be activated out of 2 power n output code. That is what binary decoder. Okay, so it will have an n input, and if any one output line out of 2 power n output line is activated, then those decoders are normally called as binary decoders. Okay, so you can see here which has n input binary input code and one activated output out of 2 power n output code. Okay, so this is what binary decoder is all about. Now we'll just take one of the example here. We see that this is a 2 to 4 line decoder, or we can say 2:4 line decoder, where 2 is the inputs and 4 is the number of output lines. Input lines, output lines. 4 is the output lines. Now when I say two inputs, it means that you will have 4 combinations of inputs. 2 bit is the input, therefore 2 power 2, you get 4 combinations. What is that? 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 1 0. So that is what I have written here, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now in the truth table, this AB value will try to select the output. Okay, this AB value will behave as a selector. It means that this AB value, whatever we have, will make that value of AB will make the output line, which would be the output line to be activated or to be considered based on the values of AB. But for that we should see through that enable pin should be enabled. Okay, it should not be disabled. Now if it is 0 to enable, this EN is active high pin. Okay, this is active high enable pin. So for an active high enable pin, if 0 is given to that, it means it is disabled. For an active high enable pin, if 0 is given to that, then that enable pin is disabled. Therefore, as enable pin is disabled, irrespective value of A and B, let A, B take any value, as it is don't care, let A and B take any values here, no output will be selected because enable pin is disabled. So there will not be any output line that will be selected because of enable pin is disabled. Now if I need to consider A and B value, I should see through that this enable pin is activated. So for that reason, if I give 1 to enable, then that enable pin is activated. Now for all 4 values of AB, if I need to use it, or if this A and B input lines should be considered, I should see through that enable should be 1 always. Only then if EN is 1, then only A and B values will be considered, and respective output will be output line will be considered, or it will be selected as an output. Okay. Now for 0 0, now we all know that 0 0 decimal value is 0. Therefore for 0 0, Y naught will be selected. That is why Y naught is 1 here. Okay, Y naught will be selected, and that is the reason Y naught is 1, whereas all others are 0. Similarly for 0 1, we all know decimal value of 0 1 is 1. Therefore Y1 will be selected, all others are zeros. And similarly 1 0 in decimal, it is 2. Therefore Y2 will be selected, all others are zeros. And finally 1 1 is 3. Therefore Y3 will be selected, all others will be zeros. All others are 0. Now this is how the output lines will be selected based on A and B value. So AB 0 0 will make Y0 to get activated, AB 0 1 will make Y1 to be activated, 1 0 will make Y2 will be activated, and 1 1 will make Y3 to be activated or selected. Means that is the output line which will be selected. So I hope this picture is clear. Now if I need to write the diagram for this, now if I say what is Y0, Y0 is 1, and for all other 3 conditions it is 0. Therefore this one is obtained by A bar and B bar, because A and B is 0 0. Therefore A bar B bar. Therefore Y0 will be A bar B bar. Similarly Y1 is 1 here and all others are 0 here. Therefore this one is obtained when 0 1, which is A bar B. Therefore Y1 is A bar B. Similarly Y2 is 1 here, all others are 0. Therefore 1 0, which is A B B bar, B bar, A B bar. Similarly Y3 is 1, where all others are 0, where 1 1, which is A B, A B. So this is the 2:4 line decoder. This is the 2:4 line decoder. Now meanwhile I should also connect the enable. Enable is also very important. If enable is 0, now you can see here, if enable is 0, see 0 is given to every AND gate, therefore the output of the AND, each AND gate will be 0 because 0 is given directly here. If enable is 1, then this black line what you see will be 1. If enable is 1, this black line all will be 1. And then black line is all 1. Now the next importance will be given to this red lines A and B. That is how the enable pin is connected to each AND gate, where if each AND gate gets an input from enable to 0, then the output of the AND gates will be 0, and that is how you can see y3, y2, y1 irrespective value of A and B. That is how A and B will behave as a don't care. You give any value of A and B. Now if this line is 0, irrespective value of A and B, the output of AND gate remains 0, right? Because any one input, if it is 0 for an AND gate, output remains 0. So that is how irrespective value of A and B, if enable is 0, all outputs are 0. Okay, I hope this explanation on this particular 2 to 4 line decoder, which is a binary decoder, is clear to you. Okay. Now let us look into the next example. Draw the circuit for 3 to 8 decoder. Now we have seen 2 is to 4 decoder, right? Now let us see how to write 3 is to 8 decoder. This is normally called as 3 is to 8 decoder. So as we all know, 3 is to 8, 3 and 2 power 3 is 8. Therefore 3 is the number of inputs and 8 is the number of outputs. Okay, so that is how n is to 2 is to n. N is to 2 is to n, n is 3, 2 power 3 is 8. Therefore 3 is to 8 decoder. Now when I say 3 inputs, how many combinations? 8 combinations I get. When I say 3 inputs, then I get 8 combinations from 0 0 0 till 1 1 1. So that is what I have written here. I have 8 combinations here from 0 0 0 till 1 1 1 1 1 1. So I do have 8 combinations. Now first case I always take with enable 0. Now if enable is 0, all output lines are disabled. It means that no output lines will be selected. Okay, if enable is 0, all output lines are selected. If enable is 0, all output lines are disabled, irrespective value of ABC value. Like before what we did, same way, enable pin, if it is disabled, all output lines are disabled. Okay, for ABC value to be considered, I need the enable inputs to be all 1. I need enable inputs to be all 1. Okay, now for first value 0 0 0, I think we will write the decimal values for each inputs. 0 0 0 decimal value is 0, 0 0 1 is 1, 0 1 0 is 2, 0 1 1 is 3, 1 0 0 is 4, 1 0 1 is 5, 1 1 0 is 6, and 1 1 1 is 7. So now what we have here is this decimal values will try to select this outputs whatever we have. Okay, so therefore I do have 0 0 0, which is 0, therefore y0 will be selected. Similarly 0 0 1, y1 will be selected, 0 1 0 y2 line output line will be selected, 0 1 1 y3 line, 1 0 0 is y4, 1 0 1 is y5, 1 1 0 is y6, and 1 1 1 is y7. Whichever it is selected, and those which are not selected based on the ABC values, that will be 0. Now if 0 0 0 is there, it means y0 should be selected, therefore others will be 0. Similarly, if 0 0 1 is there, y1 will be selected, all others will be 0. Similarly 0 1 0, y2 will be selected, all others are 0. In the same way you can see the other outputs in the truth table. Now if I need to write the expression for this, Now y0 is 1 where all others are 0. Now that 1 is obtained when 0 0 0. Therefore it is A bar, B bar, C bar is y1. Similarly, means y0, sir. y1 will be equal to what? It is 1 here, therefore it is A bar, B bar, C. y2 will be equal to, this is 1 here where all others are 0, therefore A bar, B, C bar, and so on. So if you write y7, I will get ABC. So therefore that is the diagram which we need to write. See here, enable pin should be given to each AND gates. So if enable pin is 0, irrespective value of ABC, the output of the AND gate will be 0. So now you will be writing for y0, it is A bar, B bar, C bar, for y1 A bar, B bar, C, y2 is A bar, B, C bar, y3 is A bar, B, C, and so on. Now this diagram is what 3:8 line decoder. Okay, so A, B, C are the inputs, whereas y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7 are the outputs. Based on ABC, that output will be selected and others will be 0. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, now we do have a ready-made IC for 3 to 8 line decoder. Okay, we do have a readily available IC for 3:8 decoder. Decoder. What is that? Is 74138. Okay, it is 74138 is the decoder IC, 3:8 line decoder IC. Now this is the pin details what you can see for 74138, where 1, 2, 3, which is ABC, are input lines. Okay, whereas y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7 are outputs. And then we do have G1 is active high enable pin, and G2A and G2B are active low enable pin. Now this bubble what you can see here, it says that the output lines are active low. Okay, output lines are active low. That is what y0 to y7 bar, y0 bar to y7 bar are active low outputs. Okay, whereas G2A bar, see this, even G2A and G2B has bubbles here. Therefore G2A and G2B bar are also two active low enable inputs, whereas G1 is without bubble. Therefore G1 is active high enable pin. Totally we have 3 enable inputs for 74138. And finally ABC, again there is no bubble here, therefore even ABC are active high inputs. Okay, so that is 3 binary inputs that we have. So 3 inputs and 8 outputs, so this is called as 3:8 line decoder. Now coming to the truth table. Before getting into the truth table, we should also see 1, 2, 3 are the pins ABC, 6, 4, 5 for G1, G2A, G2B, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is for y0 to y7, whereas pin number 16 and pin number 8, pin number 16 is VCC, pin number 8 is ground. That is how this IC pin details. Okay. Now let us look into the truth table of the same decoder, 8 line decoder. Now a very important point which I will be telling you now is, as this is an active low outputs, earlier we used to write 0 for all disabled outputs. Now 1 will say that the output lines are disabled. So here in output lines 1 will say disabled and 0 says it is enabled in active low. So for that you see G2A and G2B bar are active low, right? So if 1 is there, then that particular enable pin is disabled. So if any one of these two inputs are disabled, then irrespective value of ABC, no output lines are selected. If any one input of these two different enable pins are disabled, where it takes one value 1, because of active low, if 1 is given, then it is disabled. Irrespective value of ABC or G1, the outputs remains disabled. Again, active low outputs, therefore it is disabled. So I'll write Y bar, Y6 bar, Y5 bar. They are all active low. Now here G2A is disabled, therefore irrespective value of any other inputs, again output remains disabled. Now G2B, G2A is now don't care because G1 is active high. This is active high enable pin. So once it is active high, it means 0 for that will be disabled. Active low 1 you give, it is disabled, whereas active high 0 will be disabled. So if you give 0 to G1, irrespective value of any other inputs, the output remains disabled because this enable pin is disabled. So for this enable pins, 3 enables need to be enabled. We should see through that 0, 0, 1 is given. 0, 0 is given for active low enable inputs. 1 is given for active high inputs. Therefore, that 0, 0, 1 will try to make these 3 enable pins to be activated. Once they are enabled, then the decoder will consider the inputs. So input is given as 0, 0, 0. Therefore, Y0 will be selected, all others are disabled. Anyway, these are all active low. Therefore, 0 makes it is selected. 1 makes it is disabled. Okay, 0 means Y0 is selected. Similarly, for 0, 0, 1, Y1 will be selected. 0, 1, 0, Y2 will be selected. 0, 1, 1, Y3, 1, 0, 0, Y4, 1, 0, 1, Y5, 1, 1, 0, Y6 and 1, 1, 1, Y7. So inputs are active high, where only the output is active low. Fine. So I hope 3:8 line decoder IC and along with truth table is clear to you. Coming to next IC, 74139 is the next IC which we will be using in decoders, which is normally dual 2 to 4 decoder. It means you will have two combinations of 2:4 decode. You will have two different combinations of 2:4 decode. So you will have two sets of 2:4 decoder. So I have, this is one decoder. For that we have 1A and 1B is the inputs. This is the outputs for this. Whereas I have 2A, 2B is the inputs. This is the output for this. So this is one 2:4 decoder. This is another 2:4 decoder. Therefore, it is called as dual 2:4 decoder. Therefore, 74139 is called as dual. Dual means two combinations. 2:4 decoder. So here 1, 2, 3 is 1G, 1A, 1B. 13, 14, 15 is 2B, 2A, 2G. Where this 1G is active low enable for this first 2:4. So 1G relates to this 2:4. 2G is again active low. Again, that is also to active low enable, and that is related to this second 2:4 decoder, where inputs are active high, whereas outputs are active low. So that bubble says these lines are active low. Okay, now again pin 16 VCC, pin 8 ground. Now if I write the truth table for this, I have G which is enable. As they both are 2:4 line decoder, I can just write one single truth table which holds good for both the 2:4 decoder. So I have G bar, where 1 will disable that active low pin, right? Always 1 will disable the active low pin. So as it is 1, irrespective value of A and B, no output line will be selected. Again, output lines are active low, therefore all are 1, means it is disabled. Now this G bar is 0 now, so 0 0 will make Y0 to be selected, 0 1 Y1, 1 0 Y2, 1 1 Y3, 1 1 Y3. I hope it is clear to you. This is the truth table for 2:4 line decoder, and this truth table holds good for both 2:4 decoder. Dual means both are 2:4, therefore one truth table is enough for explaining both the 2:4 decoder. Coming to cascading decoders, so how do we cascade decoders? So we can design 4:16 using two 3:8. So I can design 4:16 by using two different 3:8 decoder. Now when I say 4:16, it means that we have four inputs and 16 outputs. So here we know that in 3:8 decoder we will have only 3 inputs. Now where to get another one more input? For that, what we do, we will consider enable pin as the one of the input. Why it is that? Why do we consider like that? Now if I say A, B, C, D are 3 inputs, 4 inputs, we know that the value starts from 0 0 0, 0 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 1 1, 0 1 0 0, 0 1 0 1, and then 6, and then 7, and finally 8. You can see 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 A. Okay, A is 0. Now from 1 0 0 0 till triple with all ones, A will be 1. A will remain as 1. Therefore, for first 8 conditions A is 0, for next 8 conditions A is 1. So somehow if I try to make A to be used as enable pin, giving 0 directly will enable this decoder, and that 0 becomes 1 when it comes here, so it disables here. So 0 to 07 will be selected based on this decoder getting activated, because 0 is given directly from A. Now you make A as 1. Once you make A as 1, this 3:8 decoder gets disabled, whereas that 1 through NOT gate becomes 0, therefore this will be enabled. Then it reads from O8 to O15 based on this 3 input lines. See, when I say A is 0 for all 8 combinations, you see BCD, it changes from 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, and so on, so till 1 1 1. So that values will be varied here, so that it keeps on selecting the respective outputs. Whereas A is now used as the enable pin is now used as one more input A, where A remains 0 for first 8 conditions. Therefore, for that A to be 0 for first 8 conditions, that 0 is given to enable, so this gets activated, and then based on this 3-bit values, O0 will be selected if it is 0 0 0, O4 will be selected if it is 1 0 0, and so on. Now if for the next 8 conditions, so this 8 conditions is what? This is D0, O0 to O7. Now coming to for next 8 conditions, A will remain as 1 for next 8 conditions, where it should select O8 to O15. So that is only possible when A is 1. So 1 is given directly to this, so this gets deactivated, where that 1 is given through the NOT gate, which becomes 0 here, therefore this gets enabled. So once that is enabled, the next job is based on this 0 0 0 till 1 1 1, it selects O8 to O15. So this is how you can cascade and make 3:8 to work as 4:16. Similarly, you can cascade in some more combinations. So let me see how to design 5:32 decoder using 2:4 and 4 3:8 decoders. So 5 inputs, 32 outputs, using 2:4 and 3:8. So what I'll do, I will use 2:4 decoder to activate one of this 3:8 decoder. Now how many 3:8 decoders is required to give 5 is to 32. So 8 4s are 32. So I need 4 3 is to 8 decoders to get 32 output lines, and that is what I have done. 1 2 3 4 3 is to 8 decoders to get 32 output lines, and each decoder will have 3 inputs, and they are shortened, and that is made as 3 inputs. So it is A B C D E. Okay, now we need 5 inputs. For that, what I'll do, I'll take 2:4 decoder, where 2 inputs of that decoder will behave the last 2 inputs D and E, where the output of that 2:4 decoder is made as an enable input for these 4 different 3:8 decoder. Now if this D and E is 0 0, 1 Y0 is selected, and that will give 0 to this, and this gets selected where we read Y0 to Y7. If D and E is 0 1, once it is 0 1, 1 Y1 will be selected, and that will enable this 3:8 decoder, and that will read Y8 to Y15. If D and E is 1 0, that will enable 1 Y2, and that will enable this 3:8 decoder where I read Y16 to Y20. Finally, if D and E is 1 1, 1 Y3 is selected, and that is given to this 3:8 decoder, and that gets selected, and finally it reads from Y24 to Y31. And this is how you try to design 5:32 using 2:4 and 3:8 line decoder. All enable pins of 3:8 line decoder are been shortened and made as a single enable pins, and this enable pin of 2:4 decoder is considered, so that it is, once it is enabled, D and E values will be considered, and based on that it will select the output lines, and based on that output this 3:8 line decoders will be selected. Based on the selection, it will give the output based on the selection of the 3:8 line decoder based on D and E value. Okay. Now let us see how to realize the multiple input function and multiple output function, using binary decoders. So for an active high outputs, so how to realize the multiple output function, means that is nothing but SOP and POS function will come across now. Okay, so that would be the multiple output functions. Here you see we have multiple outputs here, summation f of 1 2 3 7. All 1 2 3 7 should be considered as an output. So how to do that? We do have 2 types of implementation here, SOP function implementation and POS function implementation. So if I have given this Boolean function to be realized using 3:8 line decoder, and this is summation m, it is min term. Once it is min term, it means it is SOP, right? So therefore, how to realize this min term using 3:8 line decoder? Now ABC are the inputs. We know that enable pin should be grounded so that this IC will be enabled. Now as this summation m of 1 2 3 7 is what there, so this 1 2 3 7 is what the output should be 1 for this, and all others should be 0. All others means we don't have 0 here, we don't have 4, we don't have 5, and we don't have 6. That 0 4 5 6 will remain as 0, whereas this 4 will be remaining as 1. So now even ABC is 0 0 0, Y0 will be selected. So I haven't connected this Y0 to any other gates, so this is disabled, we are not considering at all. We need to consider 1, we need to consider 2, we need to consider 3, and we need to consider 7. All others are not extended or not connected to the extended gate. So 1 is given, 2 is given, 3 is given, 7 is given. Now we are using an OR gate here. The reason of using OR gate, because any one input of the OR gate is 1, the output will remain as 1. So out of 1 2 3 7, all 1 2 3 7 are the inputs, is output is 1 because of the min terms. Therefore that is given to OR gate, where f will be equal to 1 for any output line it is activated. Similarly, if I go with POS function implementation, I need to get 0, right? 1357 will all assign the value 0, whereas whichever it is not there inside this pi term, which is 0, 2, 4, 6, this will be assigned with 1. So therefore I will select y1, y3, y5, y7, and I will give this to NOR gate. So y NOR gate, now ABC will be the inputs which selects this y0 to y7, which is active high output lines. These are active high output lines, which will give you 1 as an active high output. Always it gives 1 for the selected outputs. But I need to get 0. Why 0? Because it is POS function implementation. So the output for 1, 3, 5, 7 should be 0. Therefore I will give it to NOR gate, and for NOR gate, if any one input is 1, the output remains as 0. Therefore NOR gate is used while doing POS function implementation for an active high output lines. For an active high output lines. Similarly, for active low output lines, when we are doing POS function implementation, product of sum. So we have max term here 1357. So for an active low output, the input selects the output, and that output will remain 0 for the selected output, right? Output will be 0 for the selected output. Now the output should be 0 for me for this selected output. So all are zeros already. So if I give directly to the AND gate output will give me 0 if any one or in output line is 0. If I am using the same active low output line for doing SOP function implementation, where the output lines of this IC with active low outputs will give me 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 7 should be 0. So I need 1 now because it is a minterm SOP function implementation. I need output to be 1 for this selected output lines, but this will give me 0 as an input for the gate, which is the gate which I can be used to make this any one input. If it is 0, the output should be 1. For that NAND gate is used. For a NAND gate, if any one input is 0, the output remains as 1. This is how SOP function implementation. Therefore, if you have an active high output lines, if I have active output lines, SOP function implementation is being done by using an OR gate extension gate, and POS function implementation is done by using a NOR gate as an extended gate. Similarly, for active low output operations, if I am doing POS function implementation, I will be using AND gate as an extension gate for any function implementation, and if I have SOP function implementation, then I will use NAND gate as an extension gate when I have active low output lines. So this is the basic knowledge or discussion on decoders that we need to solve some good problems using decoders. We'll see how to realize adder, subtractor, and some of the Boolean function examples using decoder. So what is this problem is saying is you need to implement the following multiple function using 74138 and external gates. Okay. Now one is given expression is minterm, and the other expression which is given here is maxterm. Now we will see that the 74138 will have active low outputs always. Active low outputs. So if you go back and rewind and see my video where 74138 IC has been explained, there you see the pin details of 74138. Okay, so in 74138 what we have here is we will have 3 input lines. We will have 1 enable input G1 and 2 active low enable inputs, 1 active high enable input and 2 active low enable inputs, and we will have all output lines are active low in 3:8 line decoder. So in 74138 all active low outputs what we have. Now when we have an active low output lines, and if we have an expression or the Boolean function which is of min terms, then we should see what is the extension gate that I can use, because those ABC for 1437 it gives, for 1437 1457 it gives all zeros. So 1 will be given as 0, 4 will be given as 0, 5 will be given as 0, 7 will be 0 because it is active low. But for me this zeros should be given as 1 because min term will always take 1 for these values. So when I want these zeros to be equal to 1 for the min term, then I will use NAND gate, because in NAND gate any one input, if it is 0, the output of the NAND gate will be 1. Therefore I will take all the output lines of each 1, 4, 5, 7. I will give that to a NAND gate as an input, and then I will take the output. That will be my min term Boolean function realization using 3:8 line decoder. Now coming to max term, in max term it gives 1, means in max term again it gives zeros for 2, 3, 6, 7. So for 2 it gives 2, 0, for 3 it gives 0, for 6 it gives 0, for 7 it gives 0. Now for max term the output should be 0. So 0 should come out as 0. Now it should be the gate where I can use it, where all these 4 lines are connected, where I get one output which is always 0 for any of these output lines. So I will use an AND gate. So I use AND gate for max terms, I use NAND gate for min terms. That will give me the output. Coming to problem 2. So in problem 2 they say implement full subtractor using a decoder and write the truth table. So here first thing is we should know how to write the full subtractor truth table, and then that truth table is used to write the diagram. Okay, now in full subtractor we all know 0 minus 0 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 1 is 1 difference and borrow is 1, whereas 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is what which you need to know. 0 minus 1 will give difference 1 and borrow 1. For all others are borrow is 0. So therefore now 0 minus 0 minus 0 is 0, 0, difference and borrow. 0 minus 0 is 0, where 0 minus 1 is, it makes difference 1, borrow 1. Similarly 0 minus 1, it makes difference 1, borrow 1. Anyway, that minus 0 is 1 only. 0 minus 1, 1 difference, borrow 1, and then minus 1 will make difference 0 and borrow 1. That is what we can see. 1 0 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 minus 0 is 1, so 1 difference and borrow 0. 1 minus 0 is 1 difference and borrow 0, and that 1 minus 1 again it makes difference 0, borrow 0. 1 minus 1 0, 0 minus 0 0 0. 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 1 is 1 difference and borrow 1. Now this is the truth table. Out of that truth table we will write the min term Boolean function for this truth table for both difference and borrow. So what would be the difference? Summation m of, so this is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the decimal values of this binary equivalent values. So summation m of difference is 1, 2, see this is 1, 2, 4, 7, 1, 2, 4, 7. So 1, 2, 4, 7 is difference. Borrow is 1, 2, 3, 7. So borrow is 1, 2, 3, 7. Now it is very simple, both are min terms. So for an active low inputs, for active low outputs, we need NAND gate for min term implementation. So we use NAND gate. Both are min term expressions, so we use NAND gate for both. So we take 1, 2, 4, 7. 1, 2, 4, 7 will be 0 for this. Therefore that will be given to a NAND gate which gives you 1. Again 1, 2, 3, 7, again 1, 2, 3, 7 is again zeros, and that will be given to another NAND gate to get borrow. Very simple implementation using 3:8 line decoder. Coming to third problem. Realize the following equations or functions expressed in maxterm canonical form in two possible ways using 3:8 line decoder. Okay, so in two possible ways. In two possible ways means when you have active high output line, active high outputs which gates are used, and for active low outputs which is the gates used. So both are maxterm expression where the output for 1267 should be 0. Similarly 1367 output should also be 0 0. Now when I say active low outputs, we all know that we use AND gate. So AND gate will give me 0 as 0 only. But when I go with active high outputs, this 1267 whatever we have will be all ones in active high. But for me maxterm I should be able to get 0 as an output. So which would be the gate? Earlier we have discussed already. NOR gate is the one which will be using to get 0. So take out all those output lines which are high and give it to NOR gate, and that gives you a low output. Okay, so NOR gates are used for active high outputs. Okay. Then implement the following function pairs using 74138 decoder. So we do have summation of 0 to 4, summation of 1 to 457. Both are min terms. So here he is not saying whether it is active low or active high. Anyway, 74138 is used, so it should be active low. It should be active low. There is a small mistake in the diagram. It should be active low. And I need to get, this will all give me zeros. So 0 to 4 will always be 0. Now this 0 to 4 should be connected to, means I should get 1, and this should be an AND gate, which makes any one input is 0, it gives you 1. Similarly 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 should also be an AND gate, because even that is the min term. Okay, so NAND gate should be used. Let us now implement a 3-bit binary to gray code conversion using IC 74139. So for that we need to know how to convert binary to gray, which is 3-bit binary to gray. Okay, I'll just show you a small explanation or the very simple way of converting binary to gray. Now binary will be 0 0 0 3-bit 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. So this is nothing but 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is binary, 3-bit binary whatever we have. Now for this binary, what would be the equivalent gray code? That is what we need to say. What is gray code for 0? What is the, for that we'll go with the K map, which 3 variable K map which we have seen. We have 3 variable K map. Okay, in this we know that we have 0 1 3 2 4 5 7 6, right? K map values. So we know this is 0 1, this is 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. Now gray code, when we write gray code for 3 variable 3-bit binary gray code, I'll try to take the gray code in this way. I'll take 0 first, then 1, then 3, 2, 6, 7, 5, 4. So 0 1 3 2 6 7 5 4. This is the fastest way of writing the gray code for relevant binary code. We do have another method where we normally go with gray code. We try to take 0 XOR 0 and then so this is how the gray code which we have seen how to obtain the gray code in this way. But actual gray code is this is an easiest way which I have explained you to get the gray code, but actual gray code is B2 XOR B1 will be G1, B1 XOR B0 will be G0. Okay, so G2 and B2 will be same, so I'll just write here B2 will be equal to G2, then B2 XOR B1 will be G1, then B1 XOR B0 will be G0. This is the formula which will be used for binary to gray code conversion. So here 0 0 0 0 all 4 ones, 0 0 0 0 all 4 ones. So B2 equals G2, whereas G1 is 0 XOR 0 is 0, 0 XOR 0 is 0. 0 XOR 0 is 0, 0 XOR 1 is 1. We know that XOR truth table is what? 0 XOR 0 is 0, 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1 XOR 0 is 1, 1 XOR 1 is 0. This is XOR. So therefore 0 XOR 0 is 0 and 0 XOR 1 is 1. 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1 XOR 0 is 1, 0 XOR 1 is 1 and 1 XOR 1 is 0. 1 XOR 0 is 1, 0 XOR 0 is 0. 1 XOR 0 is again 1, 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1 XOR 1 is 0, 1 XOR 0 is 1, 1 XOR 1 is 0, 1 XOR 1 is 0. So this is how we use these formulas to get binary to gray. So we write G2 as it is, as B2, and then we write G1 which is B2 XOR B1, and we write G0 which is B1 XOR B0. So this is B2, B1, B0. This is G2, G1, G0. This is the actual method, but I have given you using K-map how to write it fast. Okay, so that is how binary to gray code which we write. Now once the table is written, our next job is very simple. So once the table is written, our next job is to connect the extension gate for G0, G1, G2. Now for G2, you see this is how we write. For G2 it is summation m of 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. For G1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For G0, 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay. So we know that active low pin is what we normally active low output pin what we have in IC 74139. So for an active low output, now again this is 2:4 line decoder. Okay, 2:4 line decoder. Now input is B0, B1, B2. Now B2 if you see it is 0 0 for first 4 combination and 1 1 1 for another 4 combination. So I can somehow use the enable pins for B2. We will have 2 enable inputs for 74139. So I will take one B2 directly and other one as not of that. So this creates, this whole thing creates B2 because it is 0 0 0 for first 4 and 1 1 1 1 for next 4. Okay, so 1G whatever I have will select 1A and 1B. 2G will select 2A and 2B. Now I have made 1A and 2A as B0, 1B and 2B as B1. Okay. So now what happens? This will be now read as not individual 4-bit outputs. It is read as overall 8-bit outputs. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As I made this inputs as 3 inputs B0, B1, B2. Now to get 1 for an active low outputs, to get 1 as an output, we normally use NAND gate. we use a NAND gate as an extension. So take from 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 is taken, 5 is taken, 6 is taken, and 7 is taken, and it is given to G2. This is one NAND gate. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 is given, 3 is taken, 4 is given, 5 is given. This is another NAND gate for G1. Then 1, 2, 4, 6 is given for G0. 3 NAND gates for G0, G1, G2. So this is how, using 74139, how to convert binary to gray code. By looking into the truth table, we try to do the connections. So the next problem is implement the multiple functions using 2 3:8 decoders, because these functions are 4 variable functions. We have 4 variable functions, so it means it is 4:16 decoders. It is 4:16 decoders. So how to give 4:16 using 2 3:8? I think earlier we have seen how to create 4:16 using 2 3:8 decoder. Now just short the inputs of both the decoders and then try to take the enable pins. Okay, try to take the enable pins. So there should be a NOT gate connected here. They have missed the NOT gate here, and this is enable. So now for first 0 to 8 values, this will be enabled, and that will be the output taken out. Anyway, this is all active low, active high inputs which is been considered here, because they have not mentioned 74138 here. Therefore, I have taken all active high outputs, and I have used AND gate instead of NAND gate. AND gate will give 1 as 1 directly, or you can also use OR gate here. OR gate can also be used, where for first 0 to 8, for that is how D will behave. So I think you all know 4-bit means it starts from 0 0 0 and till 7 it is like this, and from 8 this bit will become 1 till 1 1 1 1. So for this 8 values this is 0, for this 8 values it is 1. Therefore I can somehow make, so this is A, this is B, this is D. If it is D, can be considered as active, means enable pin, and that enable pin can be used to behave as, means that D input can be designed by using these enable pins. For first 8, D is zeros, whereas A, B, C will vary from 0 0 till 1 1 1. Therefore these lines will be selected. For next 8 values, D will be 1, whereas this is disabled, whereas this is enabled. These lines are selected, and based on that, so now it will, this will be 0 to 7 and this will be 8 to 15. So I will take 0, then 4, then 8, and then 10, and then 14, 15. I will give this to this AND gate, and that gives me 1. And then I will take 3, 9, 3, 7, 9, 13. So 3, 7, 9, and 13. I will give to another AND gate, and that gives me the output. So this is how you design 4:16 decoder using 3:8 line decoder. Encoders are used to perform inverse operation of a decoder. Okay, encoders does the operation which is an inverse operation of a decoder. Normally encoders will have 2 power n input lines and n output lines. In decoders we had n input lines and 2 power n output lines, but in encoder we will have 2 power n data input lines and n output lines, and we will have enable inputs. Okay, so this is the encoder. Okay, now we have 74147 is an IC which is used for decimal to BCD encoder. Okay, decimal to BCD encoder. So decimal to BCD encoder is a 10 input lines and 4 output lines. Okay, 10 input lines, 4 output lines. This will not validate 2 power n is to n. because when I have 4 output lines, it means 2 power 4 is 16 input lines should be there. But anyway, this will not go with that condition. Normally the definition what we tell for decoder and encoder is multiple input multiple output device. So therefore it need not to follow the same 2 power n is to n or n is to 2 power n what we have. It can have other combinations also. So anyway, in this IC 74147 which we have, which is decimal to BCD encode. So decimal is 0 means BCD will be 0000. Similarly, decimal if it is 1, BCD will be 0001. That is how we try to convert decimal to BCD encoder using this IC 74147. So decimal means 0 to 9 options will be there, where that should be converted into binary BCD outputs. Okay. So now this IC has 9 lines here which are decimal inputs and 4 output lines here which are BCD outputs. Now if I look into the table, truth table for this, so what will be the truth table? We'll have 1, we'll have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are the inputs, whereas output will be A, B, C, D. So here, if one is 1 and others are 0, the BCD output would be equal to what? 0. Now first thing is we need to know the condition for 0. Therefore, if all are zeros, if all 1 to 9 are zeros, I think this is an active low input what we have. Therefore, active low will take all entry as 1s here. So therefore, active low inputs will take all 1s here. So when all are 1 means all are disabled. Therefore, the output will also remain as disabled. Means 111 again active low output. Therefore, it takes 1111. Now if 1 is 0 and all others are 1, then the BCD output will be for 1. 1 is, we know that it is 0001, but for active low it is 1110. Similarly, this is 1 and this is 0 and all others are 1. So 2 is selected. So the output for 2 is 1101 because it is 0010. Active low will always give the complement of the actual binary values that we get. Similarly, if I have 3 is the binary output, the line which is active, so this gives 1100 for 3, and you can continue till 9 being 0 and all others are 1. So I will get 0 1 1 0, which is 1001 is normal 9, but it is active low output, so I will get 0110. So this is the truth table that we normally write for this particular 74147 decimal to BCD encode. Okay, now the next question is draw the interface diagram of 10 keypad interface to a digital system using decimal to BCD encoder. Now 74147 sorry is connected to a keypad interface. Now this is the keypad. This entire thing what you see is a keypad. This entire thing is a keypad interface. Now very simple. For any of this line to be activated, the input should come 0 for this, right? Now when no buttons are pressed here, when there are no switch which is pressed here, VCC is directly given to this all these pins. See, there are no buttons which are pressed here. Assume that there are no switch which is pressed here. Then VCC is directly given to these pins where all are high. All are high means all are disabled here. If all are 1 here, it means all are disabled, right? Therefore, BCD will be, output will be 111. Now think that I am only think that I am pressing this button. I'm going to press this button, this 0th button. Okay, so when I press 0th button, again all are connected as one only, because 0th button doesn't have link with any of these input lines. So this 0th button, even though it is pressed or released, VCC is connect directly to this 1 to 9, therefore it gives always 1 1 1 1. Now think I am pressing 1, I pressed pin 1. Think that I have pressed the button 1 here. So this button is pressed. Once I press this, ground is directly connected to this wire, and that makes 0 for 1 and all others will be 1 1 1, because other buttons are not pressed here. Therefore, as 1 is 0 and all others are 1, it gives me the BCD output for 1, which is 1 1 1 0, because 0 0 0 1 is the BCD output, but active low output, so it gives 1 1 1 0. Now what I will do, I will release this 1, I will just release the button 1, and then I will press 2. So once it is released, VCC is connected, so this becomes 1. This is pressed now, so this is connected to ground, so this becomes 0, all others will be 1, and that makes BCD output 2 to be given as an output. Similarly, what I will do, I will release this button now, I will press 3. Okay, so this button, whatever you have, there are 2 knobs here. Once you press, there will be a connection between these knobs, and that makes ground to be connected to these pins. Whichever the button you press, that button makes the input to be given to that particular pin to be 0, and that 0 makes that pin to get activated, and that would be the output that you get as a BCD output for that decimal value. Okay, so this is how you interface the keyboard for a decimal to BCD encoder. Coming to octal to binary encoder. Octal means 8, so you will have values from 0 to 7. Octal range is from 0 to 7. So therefore, if you write the truth table for octal to binary encoder, it has 8 inputs, 1 for each octal digit, and 3 outputs that generates the binary code. So therefore, 0 to 7 means I need only 3 bit sequence to represent 0 to 7. For 0 I will write 0 0 0, for 1 I will write 0 0 1. So until 7 it is 1 1 1. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I need only 3 bit sequences from 0 to 7. Therefore I will take 3 bit outputs ABC, whereas D0 to D7 are the inputs. When D0 is 1, all others are 0, then it gives 0 0 0, because D0, 0 is the decimal value. When D1 is 1, all others are 0. Therefore this truth table is written for active high input and output, because 1 says enable, 0 says disable. Therefore the active high input and output. For active low, 0 says enable, 1 is disable. So D1 is selected, the 1 binary value is 0 0 1. 2 is selected, binary value is 0 1 0. 3 is selected, 0 1 1. 4 1 0 0. 5 1 0 1. 6 1 1 0. 7 finally 1 1 1. Therefore the output ABC is based on D0 to D7 inputs. This is the octal to binary encoder, where octal range is 0 to 7. This is very important. Now coming to priority encoder. Okay, now priority says the preference or the precedence that will be given to the inputs. Okay, so what is priority? Encoder circuit that includes priority function, that means precedence. So which would be the input that will be given first preference? That is what priority is all about. So when I am designing a priority encoder, what we see here is, in priority encoder, if 2 or more inputs are equal to 1, see, if I have inputs more than one input, if it is 1, then I should give priority for the input such that any one input will be selected. It means when 2 inputs are active, okay, when at a time when 2 inputs are activated, my job is only to take any one input. I can't take both the inputs to the output. I can take any one input to be considered and given to the output. Therefore, considered to get the output. Therefore, priority will be given out of these two. That is what priority encoder is all about. So the input having highest priority will take precedence. That is what, whichever the input has highest precedence, that will be taken, means priority is given to that input. Now for example, here we have a truth table for priority encoder, which is 4-bit priority encoder. Here we have D0 to D3 is inputs, Y1, Y0 and V are the outputs. Now when all D0 to D3 are zeros, Y1 and Y0 we don't know what it is, because all are zeros, right? In priority encoder, when all D0 to D3 are inputs, Y1 and Y0 will be don't care, because we don't know what is the output that we get for all inputs to be equal to 0. Whereas this valid output indicator, V stands for valid output indicator. Okay, V stands for valid input output indicator. Okay, so what does the job of V is? What is the job of V is? It checks or it tells any one out of 4 inputs are active. If any input is 1, then valid input output indicator will be equal to 1. It says that any one input out of 4 inputs are active. So here all are zeros, that is why V is 0, because when V is 0 it means no inputs lines are active. Then the output will be don't care. Now coming to D0 is 1 and all others are 0. As D0 is the only one bit which is 1, there are no ones here, therefore no priority is required here. So D0 will be considered as an input, and that gives 0 0, because D0 will 0 is the decimal value, and V stands 1 because one of the input is active. Now both D0 and D1, now D0 and D1, think D0 is 1 and D1 is 1, or D0 is 0 and D1 is 1. Now as you see, D1 is 1, priority will be given to D1. Highest decimal value will be given priority than the lowest decimal value. So here 0 and 1 is highest compared to 0. Therefore priority will be given to the D1. Irrespective value of D0, the highest preference is given to D1, and output will remain for D1 only, which is 0 1. Understood? Similarly, when D2 is 1, irrespective value of D0 and D1, because D0 and D1 has the lowest decimal value compared to 2. Irrespective value of D0 and D1, if D2 is high, the highest preference will be given to D2, or the priority will be given to D2. Therefore the output will be considered for D2, which is 1 0, and V equals 1. Coming to D3, when D3 is 1, highest priority will be given to the highest decimal 3 compared to 2 1 0, which is lower than this decimal 3. Therefore priority now will be given to D3 irrespective value of this D0, D1, D3. So that is don't care. So we consider don't care for those which can have any values. Therefore D3 is given preference, so 1 1. Now coming to the K-map simplification for each of this Y1, Y0 and V outputs. So here 0 0 0 0, 1 0 0 0. Now this x what you have can have any values. So this x1 0 0 can be written as either 1 1 0 0 or 0 1 0 0, because this x will take two different values, 1 and 0. X will take two different values, 1 and 0. Therefore I can write 1 1 0 0 or 0 1 0 0. Similarly this xx10 can be written as 0 0 1 0 or 1 1 1 0, 0 1 1 0, 1 0 1 0. So this x can take 4 values, 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0, and I can write these 4 values with this x, don't care condition. Similarly this xxx1 can take 8 values, 3x can take 8 values 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Therefore this 1 will remain as it is. So if I write in this way, see, this is 8 values, this is 4 values 12, and plus this is 2 values 14, and plus this 0 0 0 0 is 15. Okay, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, and 0 0 0 0 is 15. Okay, now we will enter these conditions here in the K map. For 0 0 0 0, y1 is x, so x, don't care. Whereas for 1 0 0 0, y1 is 0, so for 1 0 0 0, 1 0 0 0, it is 0. Now x1 0 0 will give you two values, 1 1 0 0, 0 1 0 0. So 1 1 0 0, it is 0, 0 1 0 0, it is 0. Okay. Now this xx10 will give this four values, 0 0 1 0, 1 1 1 0, 0 1 1 0, 1 0 1 0. So for that four values it is 1. Therefore 0 0 1 0, it is 1, and 0 1 triple 1 0, 1 1 1 0, it is 1, 0 double 1 0, 0 1 1 0, it is 1, and 1 0 1 0, 1 0 1 0, it is 1. So these four values, and this 8 values is this. For all that 8 values, you see xxx1, it is 1. So all 8 values will be 1. So therefore now grouping will happen. So this 8 bits will be grouped, and this 8 bit will be grouped. Therefore you get y1 to be equal to d2 plus d3. Similarly, you enter for y0. For all zeros, again y0 is x. For 1 0 0 0, it is 0. Whereas for x1 0 0, x1 0 0 will have these two values, 1 1 0 0, 0 1 0. So 1 1 0 0, so it is 1 here. So 1 0 1 0 0, it is again 1. So this, for these four values, you see it is 0. Therefore 0 0 0 0. And for these 8 values, you see it is 1. Therefore all 8 values are 1. So you get y0 to be equal to d3 plus d1 d2 bar. And finally for b, only 0 0 0 0 is 0. All others are 1. All others are 1. See, all others are 1. So therefore I get v equal d0 d1 d2 d3. So if I write the diagram for this, this is how it looks. y1 is d2 plus d3, so I need an OR gate. y0 is d3, which is coming out from d3, this one, and then you have d1 d2 bar, and v is d0 plus d2 d1 plus d2 plus d3, that is v, which is output valid indicator. So this is the priority encoder information or details. Now let us go with the next question. Design a priority encoder for a system with 3 inputs, the middle bit with highest priority encoding to 1 0, the MSB with next priority encoding to 1 1, while LSB with least priority encoding to 0 1. So we need to first understand the question given here. So in this question it says 3 inputs. So I'll take 3 inputs, D2, D1, D0. Then output is what we need to write, y1 and y0, because 2 outputs are given here. 1 0 is 1 0, 1 1 or 0 1 are 2 bits, therefore 2 outputs. In the first line it says middle bit with 3 inputs, the middle bit with highest priority encoding to 1 0. So this is the middle bit. Irrespective value of the other 2 bits, the highest priority, if D1 is 1, then the highest priority is given to that, and that will take 1 0. That is what? 1 0. Then he says the MSB with the next priority encoding to 1 1. So this word is very important. Next priority, and then highest priority, and least priority. So the MSB with the next priority. Now what is that MSB with the next priority? Now if this is 0, the MSB is this. So this will be 1. So the MSB with the next priority encoding to 1 1. Therefore that will be 1 1. So I have finished this 1 0 and 1 1. Then he says while LSB with the least priority encoding to 0 1. So LSB is, this is 1. Least priority means when both are zeros, it is 1. Least priority means when this both should be 0 0. If this is 1, then that least priority will not be given to, means the priority will not be given to D0. So therefore that is the reason it is considered as least priority, because these both are zeros. Once this as the least priority, when both are zeros, we are going to encode that to 0 1. We are going to encode that to 0 1. And for all zeros, it remains as 0 0. Now this is the truth table for this problem, and now realization of K-map for this truth table is what we need to do. For all zeros, it is 0. For 0 0 1, y1 is 0 0. Now for this x11, x1x, it can have two values. Either it can have 0 1 0 or 1 1 1. It can also have other two values. So this can be 1 or this can be 1. So this 4 values is what you get for this x1x. For all those 4 values, y1 is 1. Therefore 0 1 0, 0 1 0, it is 1. 1 1 1, 1 triple 1, it is 1. 1 1 0, 1 1 0, it is 1. And 0 1 1, 0 1 1, it is 1. Now coming to this bit 10 x. 10 x is what? 1 0 0 it can be, or 1 0 1 it can be. So for that both, again it is 1. Therefore 1 0 0, 1 0 0, it is 1. 1 0 1, it is 1. Now this is the K-map construction what we do. Now this 4 will be grouped, this 4 will be grouped. You get y1 to be equal to d2 plus d1. For y0, you get same way. So for y0, 0 0 0 is 0, 0 0 1 is 1. So this is 1. Coming to these 4 entries, these 4 entries, these 4 entries, it is 0. Therefore 0 0 0 0. And these 2 entries, which is 1 0 0, 1 0 0 and 1 0 1, it is 1 1, because it is 1 here. Therefore y0 I get d2 d1 bar plus d1 bar d0. Now you construct the logic diagram for that particular K-maps. Okay, now let us look into the next discussion on IC, which is used as priority encoder. We do have a ready IC which can be used as a priority encoder, IC 74148, which is a priority encoder. Now this is the pin details of IC 74148, which you can see here. So I0 to I7, okay, I0 to I7 bar, active low inputs. We have EI bar, which is one enable input. We have EO bar, which is enable output. We do have outputs here, okay, which is A0 bar, A1 bar, A2 bar are the output lines. We have GS, which is group signal, which is again a sort of output that we get. Okay. Now what is that? So priority encoder, this priority encoder is I0 to I7. So 8:3 encoder this is. This is 8:3 priority encoder. Because you have 8 inputs, 3 outputs, 1 enable input for enabling and 1 enable output. So this is output enable, this is input enable. and we have one green signal, uh, group signal, whatever we have, group signal. Okay. Group signal can also be a green signal for the IC if you take. So what is that? Let me tell you. So now EI bar is an active low enable input. So it is a high enable input will make all output to inactive state. So this enable input is used to enable the entire IC, and this is active low enable input. So 0 should be there to activate. Now if this is high, it means 1 is given to this, then it disables the entire IC and it disables the all output and input line will go under inactive state if this particular enable input is active high. Coming to group signal is what the output line what we have, group signal. This will be asserted when the device is enabled and one or more inputs of the encoder are active. So it gives a green signal based on the inputs activation. If one or more inputs are from I0 to I7, if one or more of these inputs are active, then group signal will give an indication saying any one of these inputs are active. Now coming to EO bar, active low enable output. This is used while cascading one 74148 with the another 74148. When you cascade two different 74148, this enable output will be used. Okay, so therefore active low enable output used to cascade several priority encoder devices to form larger priority encoder system. So this output enable pin will be connected to the next enable input enable pin of the next IC 74148, and this will enable that IC. That is how the cascading is being done and how this enable output will help in cascading. So if I look into the truth table of this priority encoder, I have input enable. So if this is 1, irrespective value of the input values, the output remains 0, and this is active low output, therefore 0 means all are 1s. So we have active low inputs, we also have active low outputs. So now this should be 0 for all zeros. It means now the IC is active. Okay. Now when all are 1s, when from 0 to 7 all are 1s, it means that 0 is now the output. So it is 1 1 1. It means it is 0 0 0. So this says no input lines are active because all are 1s. All are 1s means no inputs are active. Therefore group signal will be 1 because no inputs are active, and output will remain 0, whereas enable output will go 0. Okay. Then I will have 0 is active, all other are deactivated. Now the output will remain 0 because for 0 it is 0 0 0, as it is active low it becomes 1 1 1. Whereas now GS will become 0 because one of the input is active. Coming to next entry, you see the 1 is active. Okay, 1 is active. Irrespective value of 0, the priority is given to 1. Irrespective value of 0, the priority is given to 1. Therefore, the output now will be 1 1 0. 1 1 0 is nothing but 0 0 1 in normal way. Okay. So similarly, the next entries in the truth table is according to the priority only. Now if 2 is 0, irrespective value of 0 and 1, 2 will be given more priority, and based on that the output will be getting. Anyway, this from now GS will be all zeros because any one of the input is active here. Finally, if you see 7 is 0, irrespective value of 0 to 6, as 7 is 0, the priority is given to 7 and you get all zeros. All 0 is nothing but all 1s in active I, and E out remains as 1 for all these entries. Okay, so I hope the truth table for the priority encoder of 8:3 line encoder, priority encoder is fine, is understood by you, I feel. Now let us go with realization of 16:4 encoder using two 8:3 encoder. Okay, now let us realize the 16:4 encoder using two 8:3 priority encoder. So how to convert an 8:3 priority encoder to 16:4 priority encoder. So now this is one 8:3 priority encoder and this is another 8:3 priority encoder what we have. Now what we need to do is we need to construct the truth table first and then we'll go for writing the diagram. So 0 to 15 makes 16 outputs. So this 0 to 15 makes 16 inputs, which makes these 4 outputs to be selected. 4 outputs. A3 to A0 is 4 outputs. Now I have GS1 is for the first 8:3 priority encoder group signal for first 8:3 priority encoder, and GS2 is for second. E out is the E out of the second, the first which comes out. Okay. Now I do have EI1 which is the enable input what we have, which enables the ICs, and I have EI2 which enables the second 8:3 priority encoder. Now if both are 1, it means both are disabled. Irrespective value of input, the output remains as 1 1 1. Anyway, active low, these both are active low inputs, active low outputs. Active low outputs. So when both are both enable pins are disabled, irrespective value of the inputs lines, output remains as 0. Active low will show all ones for 0. Okay. When all are ones, and if the first enable EI1 is enabled and EI2 is disabled. Okay. When all are ones, what happens? The output will give you 1 1 1 1, all zeros, because all are ones, all are disabled, all inputs are not active, so it is zeros, where now GS1 will be 0, GS2 will be 1. Okay, so this 0 makes, means GS1 and GS2 are the group signals. So if GS1 is 0, it means some of the input of first 8:3 priority encoder is one of the input is active. If GS2 is 0, any one input is active. So therefore for this entry I hope this is actually 1 only. This is actually 1, because no input lines of any of these particular inputs are active. Therefore both GS1 and GS2 remains as 1 only now. But in the next step, you see, EI1 is enabled, EI2 is disabled. EI1 is enabled, EI2 is disabled. Anyway, EI1 will go with the 0 to 7 values. EI2 will go from 8 to 15. So from this 0 to 7 is EI1, whereas from 8 to 15 whatever we have is EI2. So therefore even though EI2 is disabled, EI1 is enabled, and that I need for this 8:3 priority encoder. Therefore if this is 0, see 0 is 0 now, it means that one of the input line is active, output will remain as 0 only, because for 0 it is 0, whereas GS1 will now be 0 because one of the input line of EI, the 8:3 priority encoder, first 8:3 priority encoder, one of the input line is active. Therefore GS1 will remain as 0 now, GS2 will be remained as 1. Similarly, the second line, which is second input, which is 1, is active now. Irrespective value of 0, as this is a priority encoder, priority will be given to the highest decimal, which is 1. Therefore output will be 1 1 1 0, where GS1 will be 0, GS2 will be 1. Now GS1 remains 0 until it reads from 0 to 7. After 0 to 7, EI1 will be disabled, EI2 will be enabled. Okay, so therefore for 8 now it goes with this IC. So for 8, this is GS2. Now GS2 is 8, so GS2 will be 0 irrespective value of this, because it is don't care. Now GS1 is not 1, actually it should be don't care, because it can either be 0 or 1. Okay, GS2, GS1 is don't care. It can either be 0 or 1, because all these are don't cares makes 0 to 7 to be either 0 or 1. So either it can be all active or either it can all be disabled. Highest priority will be given to 8, therefore 8 will be the output, where GS2 now will be 0 because one of this input is active now. So you can understand the entire truth table based on the knowledge which I have given you now. So based on that you can realize how to design 16:4 encoder using 2 8:3 priority encoder. Now we have used an AND gate to join both the inputs to, instead of shorting it, because A0 and this A0 need not to be one same values always. So it is better to give to AND gate, so that whichever the value it gives, either 0 or 1, based on the AND gate output it gives you A0 bar. Similarly A1 is shortened and given to another AND gate, A2 is shortened and given to another gate. A3 is nothing but GS2. Why? Because you can see GS2 is all 1s here and all 0s here. So this yellow color what you see, that is the reason I have made this as yellow, to say GS2 and A3 are same. Okay, therefore A3 is directly taken from GS2, and these are the outputs. This 0 to 7 and 8 to 15 are 16 inputs. Again from GS1 and GS2 it is taken through AND gate, and then the output is taken as GS bar. The last question in encoders: design a keypad interface to a digital system using 10-line BCD encoder. Okay, so design a keypad interface to digital system using 10 line. It is the same problem what we have discussed even in the decoder. So what does it says? So as even in the encoder IC you see all these pins are active low, these are all active low, and these are also active low. So when you connect, when you press this, it means it is connected to ground. When you release this, it is connected to VCC. So when you press 1, it means 1 is ground and 0 is given to this and all others are 1. So in that case what happens, 1 will be the decimal value and that gives the output here. Similarly, if you have pressed 2, 2 will be 0, and let the 1 be pressed, 1 will also be 0. The priority will be given now to 2, and based on that you will see the BCD output. So when you press 3, even though 1 and 2 is pressed or released, priority will be given to 3 and that will be the output, and it continues till the key 9 is pressed. So when key 9 is pressed, and if you see all these are pressed or released, priority will be given to 9. Based on that the output can be seen. So how to give priority? Priority can be given by varying the value of this R. So you create a different voltage drop across each resistance. Okay, you create a different voltage drop across each resistance, and that drop will give a different priority. Means that drop will create a different drops across these lines which are connected to this 1 to 9. Therefore based on the voltage values, this line 1 to 9 will be given priority. Okay, so I hope if you see two voltage sources connected in parallel, if you see, now think that two voltage sources are connected in parallel and this is 2 volts and this is 3 volts. Now the priority will be given to 3 volts because 3 volts is greater than 2 volts. Therefore if you measure voltage across this branch, this will remain as 3 volts only. 2 volts will not be given importance. Even though it is connected, the voltage, total voltage, if you measure across this node, it will remain as 3 volts only. And that is how you can create voltage drop in this sense so that the priority will be given to that particular voltage which is higher in value. Okay, and this ends the discussion of encoder and decoder.